Right now, a moment of true authority, because for our weather, we're going to go over, the whole nation becomes a vast ship. And we're going to go over to a man who knows he's on jankers if he gets any of it wrong. Commander Philpott.
We're going to bring order to the weather today, David. Thank you very much indeed. In spite of which, it is going to be extremely windy over most of the country, and the wintry showers in the north are going to move southwards. Now, what I'd like to show you to start with is some of the series of the satellite pictures which we aim to bring you over the next 35 years or so, where I shall be here talking about the weather. There are a choice of these. This first one shows an area of yellow down in the southwest corner there. That's just south of Ireland. I trust you can see the UK. It looks pretty clear to me. That represents cloud which brought in the storms which hit Scotland yesterday. There's a blow-up of Scotland coming down there. The cloud there is a measure of the weather that we had yesterday. I'll bring you some later pictures a bit further on. Here we go now. And we have a string of these pictures taken every half hour from the Meteosat satellite sitting over the equator. And this shows the storm as it developed and moved into and across central Scotland. In fact, such was the intensity of the wind in central Scotland that I had a telephone call this morning from, I thought he called himself Ken McTaggart, up in Inverness, about having 2 sheep blown over. I think we might hear a little more about theirs later. There's a very later picture. That's about 4 o'clock this morning, and there's the area of cloud over southern England, which I'll be describing what's happening to it later, and very clear in the north, but that might change. So let's have a look now at what we expect the weather to do until this evening. Starting in the southwest, here you'll have the best of the sunny intervals, but also some showers. These will be wintry later, with snow over the hills and moors. And at around 5 centigrade, it will feel cold in the fresh wind, so I'd get that bacon sizzling away. For the central and eastern chunk of the country, some rain in the extreme south to start with, but mostly a day of scattered rain or sleet showers, especially in the northwest. They will turn to snow later. I think the strong northwesterly wind there will moderate later, but I'd have a thermos of tea to take out if I were going out after I've had my bacon breakfast. And in all the northern areas, showers of snow which should merge into more continuous falls in the north this morning. The gales may cause some drifting and certainly won't allow temperatures to rise above a cold 3 centigrade. For tomorrow, snow showers dying out, but cold with widespread night frost. On Thursday, we could have some more general snow, so keep up the intake of hot food. Over to you, David.
Thank you very much, Commander. And what about people who want to get away from the slightly chilling picture of weather? Where would you recommend they go?
Looking down the list of reports for yesterday, Miami was a very pleasant 26 centigrade. That's high 70s Fahrenheit. I'd go there.
Where in Miami?
There's a little hotel, a tiny little place called the Fontainebleau, in which the 7th floor, it can be quite pleasant, I'm told. Relatively dry there if it happens to rain outside.
And what were you doing on the 7th floor of the Fontainebleau?
Representing my Queen and Country, sir, on duty.
And if you believe...